How would you like to fully retire by the age of 40? What if you had the assets and the peace of mind to know that you could stop working in your late 30s? Sound far-fetched? Maybe outright ridiculous? Well, it isn't. If retiring early with complete financial independence is truly a goal and a dream of yours, then you're going to want to pay attention, as I'm going to discuss what FIRE investing is, how the FIRE investing philosophy can liberate you from the shackles of traditional employment and help you to achieve a financially independent and self-sufficient life way sooner than normal. Hi, my name is Joseph Eschleman, and I'm the president of Towerpoint Wealth, a fully independent and boutique wealth management firm located in Sacramento, California. And in this educational video, I'm going to discuss what financial independence retire early, aka FIRE investing, is, talk about how to utilize FIRE investing to fervently focus on frugality and aggressively save money as a means for achieving financial independence and an early retirement for yourself, and present 4 specific steps that are the main power sources for FIRE investing success. On the surface, if we're being honest, thinking about retiring in your late 30s or 40s sounds absurd. But if it's somehow doable, it certainly also sounds quite wonderful. This is the cue for the FIRE investing philosophy. Now, as Warren Buffett said, investing is simple, but not easy. And the same can unquestionably be said for FIRE investing. It takes discipline, tenacity, desire, and guts to join the FIRE investing movement. And while FIRE investing may be simple, again, it's certainly not easy. So if you want to achieve financial independence and retire early, you have to start soon, like right now. Because the sooner you start, the sooner you can achieve this financial independence goal. But what is FIRE investing, and how much discipline is needed to achieve the goal of a fully self-sufficient life? While FIRE investing is often thought of as an investing strategy, being a true FIRE investing disciple has less to do with skilled portfolio management than it does with the discipline to save aggressively, to maintain an extremely frugal lifestyle, and to eschew excessive consumerism. In theory, this sounds good, but in practice, it can be quite challenging. So are you ready? Ready to embrace a philosophy and a lifestyle of intentional living, some sacrifice, disciplined saving, and strategic investment? There are 4 main power sources that fuel the flames of FIRE investing, allowing for rapid wealth accumulation and ultimately your complete financial independence. Now, the table stakes for FIRE investing is to maintain a fervent focus on frugality. There's nothing glamorous about it, as FIRE followers focus on living well below their means so they can save and invest large portions of their income. This leads us to the first power source of FIRE investing: save and invest aggressively. How aggressively? Between 40 and 70% of your annual income. You can't aggressively build net worth if you aren't aggressively saving. So FIRE practitioners aim to maximize savings by adopting a frugal lifestyle and by tracking and minimizing their expenses. I'll talk more about this when we get to the power source number 4. They usually create a disciplined budget and also look to increase their earned income by asking for a raise, finding a higher paying job, or adopting a side hustle, all in the interest of increasing their capability to save and accelerating the growth of their portfolio and net worth. So do you think you can do it? Do you think you can save and invest 40, 50, even 60% of your earnings? You were interested in achieving an early retirement and complete financial independence, right? So the chart that you are looking at shows the number of years until you may be able to achieve financial independence. Beginning on the left, it will take you almost 56 years to achieve financial independence if you save only 5% of your income. Now moving towards the middle of the graph, if you save 35% of your income, it might only take you a little over 22 years to become financially independent. As you move more towards the right, if you save 50% of your income, it will only take you about 15 years to potentially become financially independent. These are compelling numbers, but it certainly will take discipline and sacrifice to move from the left to the right on this chart, as the only way to shorten the time it takes to become financially independent is to save and invest a larger percentage of your earnings. So hopefully this conceptually makes sense to you. But let's just take a step back for a minute. How do you even know how much money you need in order to be financially independent? This is called your FIRE number. And while it is extremely subjective, a very general rule of thumb suggests that it can be estimated by multiplying your anticipated annual expenses by 25. So if your average yearly expenses are $50,000, you'd need $1.25 million in retirement savings before you can officially retire. Again, to be clear, this FIRE number equation is simply an estimate. It doesn't account for inflation or increased medical expenses, pensions and Social Security, equity that you might have in real estate, maybe anticipated inheritances, as well as a myriad of other variables. But it's at least a starting point, and once you've determined it, you can then begin to focus on the 4 key power sources of FIRE investing. The first, as we talked about, aggressive savings. The second power source is called strategic investing. It's not just important to focus on how much you save and invest, but where and in which accounts you save and invest. The proper prioritization of saving and investing is hugely important for FIRE investors. How so? Well, let's start by taking advantage of free money via various employer matching programs, and then taking advantage of tax-advantaged accounts. Both are central tenets of strategic FIRE investing. So prioritizing where you are saving and first ensuring that you are taking 100% full advantage of your employer match, aka free money, is paramount for a FIRE investing disciple. Additionally, fully taking advantage of tax-advantaged accounts such as IRAs, Roth IRAs, HSAs, which are health savings accounts, and company-sponsored 401k, 403b, and 457 accounts is essential. This is what strategic investing means for FIRE investors, and it can be quite powerful. By following a disciplined investment approach and taking advantage of compounding returns and the preferential tax treatment of certain accounts, FIRE investors are able to better and more efficiently maximize their investment growth, income generation, flat-out compounding, and overall personal wealth building. Now, the third key to FIRE investing power is to ensure that you have a sustainable withdrawal rate. So once you've achieved financial independence and are retired, maintaining it will be just as important. So as a general rule of thumb for how much you can begin to sustainably take from your portfolio once you're retired is typically around 3 to 4% of your portfolio annually. So adhering to a conservative withdrawal rate allows for a FIRE investor to strike a balance between meeting your ongoing retirement and lifestyle expenses while still preserving the long-term viability of their investments. So if you plan on retiring in your 30s or your 40s, it's essential that you have your funds and that they last throughout your many retirement years. So this does require diligent monitoring of expenses and the flexibility to allow for some adjustments to the withdrawal rate as necessary, considering factors such as investment performance, inflation, unforeseen costs. All of these things can pop up. But by carefully managing their withdrawal rate, a FIRE investor can confidently enjoy financial independence and pursue their early retirement dreams and maintain the freedom to enjoy a fulfilling post-career life. The fourth power source for FIRE investing is exhibiting economic discipline and optimizing your lifestyle. Put differently, this is simply known as living below your means, as a lifestyle optimization focuses on the strict minimization of discretionary expenses. Personal fulfillment is defined quite differently by each of us, and accelerating your journey towards financial independence can come with the trade-off of a frugal lifestyle and mindset. Making a long-term commitment to foregoing excessive consumerism may sound good in theory, but can sometimes be a bit challenging in practice. While achieving financial independence early is the central goal of FIRE investing, the FIRE lifestyle is certainly not for everyone. Making the strict sacrifices needed to retire early can be quite difficult, as the lifestyle trade-offs of a reduced budget, downsized housing, and foregone luxury and comfort items are not palatable for all individuals. However, for those who have the fortitude and the discipline, a FIRE lifestyle can be rewarding and extremely empowering, as it is impossible to put a price tag on the peace associated with financial independence. If you think you have the desire and the guts to begin your FIRE investing journey and want to make sure you have a disciplined and sustainable plan in place where you pay yourself more, maybe pay Uncle Sam a little less, it is always a good idea to reach out to a credentialed and independent wealth advisor like Towerpoint Wealth. A wealth advisor who is a fiduciary and who is legally bound to act in your best interests, not 80 or 90 or 99% of the time, but 100% of the time. If you like this video, please click the thumbs up button. And additionally, we encourage you to subscribe to the Towerpoint Wealth YouTube channel for more content just like this. If you want to be notified when we post new videos, which we regularly do, about building wealth, protecting wealth, minimizing taxes, retiring comfortably, reducing investment expenses, and a myriad of other important financial matters, you can click the bell and never miss one. So on behalf of our Towerpoint Wealth family and our team, thank you for your time and your attention.